As mosquito season ramps up, the Alabama Department of Public Health wants you to stay safe from West Nile virus. Last year, several cases of West Nile were found in Jefferson County. Experts say you should eliminate standing water, wear long sleeves and pants when outdoors, and always have bug spray nearby.
A bill designed to make nursing mothers exempt from jury duty has now been signed into law. Governor Ivey signed Parker's law today. You may remember that it was named after the son of a Jefferson County woman who was forced to bring her newborn to court earlier this year. Now, nursing mothers will be exempt from jury duty for 2 years as long as they provide a birth certificate for their newborn to show that they're nursing. New data from the Jefferson County Department of Health shows drug overdose deaths are significantly down. The department claims 165 fewer people died of drug overdoses in 2024 than the year before. Experts say that decline is largely because of Narcan and fentanyl test strips. And over the past few years, these life-saving measures have become more accessible.
Before, it was anywhere from $40 to $60, and you can still buy it at the pharmacies, but today, right now, we are able to give it to you for free along with the Jefferson County Health Department.
Since last year, Ross Recovery Center has given out more than 2,000 Narcan kits and 3,000 fentanyl test strips. Graduation ceremony for Birmingham City Schools kicked off this morning at the Crossplex. Seniors from Huffman, Carver, and Ramsey High Schools walked across the stage to accept their diplomas today. 1,200 graduates are expected to walk this year. We want to take a moment to congratulate a member of the WVTM 13 family.
Sorry, fellas, Brittany Decker is off the market. She married some dude named Jared near Zion National Park, that's in southern Utah. And talk about going above and beyond. She hiked in her wedding dress to get these beautiful shots.
Doesn't surprise me. They spent several days in the national parks hiking and hanging out before the big day, making so many beautiful memories. So we want to give a big congratulations to you, Brittany, and to Jared.
I texted her and I was like, I just feel like we have to do this. And she was on board.
Still to come, a classic Chinese game has garnered a dedicated following in the Magic City. We laid down our tiles to see why so many are falling in love with the game of Mahjong.
Plus, Lieutenant Governor Will Ainsworth decides not to run for governor next year. Which lawmaker is expected to announce his gubernatorial campaign any day now?
America's Golden Shield. I'm Kaylin Orr in Washington with what experts are now saying about President Donald Trump's billion-dollar plans to take missile defense to space.
Mahjong, it's a game that's been around since the 19th century, but in recent years, it's seen a resurgence in popularity all over the country.
And here in the Birmingham Metro, there are Mahjong meetup groups popping up all over the area. WVTM 13's Sarah Killian joined a few groups around town to try and figure out what's behind this Mahjong madness.
Every Monday morning at the O'Neill Library in Mountain Brook, it's a Mahjong meetup.
It's exciting, it's fun, and it's fast-paced.
Mahjong is an ancient Chinese game. It's made up of 152 tiles with 3 different suits: cracks, bams, and dots. The goal, match 14 of your tiles to one of these lines.
It's not easy.
It may sound a little complicated, but people across the country have been going crazy for the game, especially in recent years. And now it seems like the Mahjong madness has spread to the Birmingham Metro.
People are chomping at the bit to play Mahjong. I think a lot of the people here also have neighborhood groups that play, or they play at their country club, or they play at church or somewhere with other people.
The library in Mountain Brook has been doing Maj Mondays for about a year. They offer a space for people to play and teach lessons. Right now, there's about a 2-month waiting list for lessons.
3 different suits.
Ina May sure took lessons at the library in Mountain Brook. Now she's spreading her love for Mahjong to neighboring Vestavia Hills.
This has just started here.
She helped get this group started at the Vestavia Hills Civic Center. Now they meet every Wednesday to play Mahjong.
Told her it was the in thing.
Yeah.
And maybe she could find a place for Vestavia people to come and play.
I wish we could do this all day.
Before you get started with Mahjong, it definitely helps to have a lesson. That's where Mary Chapman May and Hannah Haygood saw a business opportunity. They're the 2 women behind Bird Bam Beham, teaching Mahjong to groups across the area.
I texted her and was like, I just feel like we have to do this. And she was on board, and we just kind of went with it.
So fun.
There's definitely a demand. It is picking up. Everyone wants to learn.
So what's with this rise in popularity of Mahjong? Well, some Mahjong enthusiasts that we spoke to say the answer is pretty simple.
It got so cute, honestly.
The cuteness of them drew me in.
I love the beauty of it.
It looks good, and it's not just like a deck of cards laying out. It's pretty tiles.
And
It
it's
just look
set
pretty.
up all the time.
It is set up all the time, yes.
And if you're interested, it's not hard to find something to fit your style. From colorful tiles, mats, and bags, the Mahjong products are endless.
When you go on Instagram, if you have an interest in Mahjong, you'll be shocked at how many different companies.
Too high.
But don't let the fancy tiles and complex combinations intimidate you. Some of the best players say you just need to dive right in.
The best thing you can do is not stress over it. You're not buying a car, you're just playing Mahjong.
And at the heart of these Mahjong meetups, it's the players,
Mahjong!
not the game, that make it worth your time.
I wanted to meet new people. And I think that's part of it. I think we all wanted to meet new people and then have fun playing.
I love the idea of something that I could get together with my friends and make new friends or reunite with old friends.
Women always want to get together and have some fun kind of socializing time together, and it's your new mom's bunko group.
So on top of the fun, there are also studies that show regularly playing Mahjong helps improve cognitive function in older adults. I gotta say, it's not the same, but I have the app on my phone. It's fun. You were surprised to learn that just moments ago.
I'll stick to dominoes. If you'd like to find a local Mahjong meetup, we've posted a couple of links on the WVTM 13 app and on the WVTM13.com.
Finally drier for a few days around here. Birmingham's only had an occasion twice since the end of April where we've had 48 hours without rainfall. Well, including today, tomorrow and Friday, we'll get about 72 hours before the next round starts to come in. Showers, thunderstorms out of here, meaning drier air is also in place, so it gets a little bit cooler at night. We're going down to the 50s and 60s the next few nights. Weekend thunderstorms start to come in, high humidity and a good chance of some downpours going into Memorial Day weekend, and those are going to start to the northwest and come southeast. This is the flash flooding outlook from the Weather Prediction Center, WPC. So from Dallas to Memphis to St. Louis, there's going to be a lot of stormy weather up that way over the weekend and through the first part of next week. And some of the energy that's stirring up those storms is going to follow that same kind of path that we've been watching all month into Alabama from the northwest. So there's a limited risk that we'll have enough rain for flash flooding Sunday, Monday across North Alabama. I think this becomes an area-wide issue by the time we're into Monday night and Tuesday, because just wave after wave of scattered thunderstorms develops following that same kind of storm track that we have been looking at for a good 4 weeks now. And the pattern will eventually change as it moves into the month of June, though it may actually stay wet, even though there's a similar weather pattern, or a dissimilar weather pattern. It's not the exact same thing setting up for us with the Gulf becoming more wide open. Tomorrow morning, more comfortable, dry, about 60 in the morning, 84 to 85 for a daytime high on Thursday. Friday's going to be similar, maybe a tad cooler as another pop of slightly cooler air comes in. But let's talk about the weekend here. Thunderstorms become an issue again on Saturday. Is it going to rain all day? No. Is it going to rain everywhere? Probably not. But given the scattered thunderstorm activity that we have, there's a pretty good chance that you're going to have to dodge a downpour at some point on Saturday. This is 11 a.m., 70s and 80s to the south, 60s to the north where the showers are a bit more persistent. And then watch that little area coming out of Mississippi into West Alabama. Sometimes when we see something sneak out ahead of a bigger batch like that, it indicates a robust area of thunderstorms. So I do think there's potential for a few heavier storms around, but most of us not going to see anything like the weather that we've dealt with for the last few days. On Sunday, it's steamier outside. We're going to start warmer in the morning and stay in the 60s and 70s for the first few hours of the day. Thunderstorms begin developing up north, and they will move southbound through Sunday evening and Sunday night. Monday's going to be similar to that. More storms coming in from the northwest. Does it rain all day long? Probably not. But when we look at cumulative precipitation here through the next 7 days, well, through the next couple of days, all the way through next Tuesday, we're looking at close to 1 or 2, maybe 3 inches of rain yet again. That's cumulative from the weekend into next week, but it stays warm and humid after our quick dry spell.
Still to come, Universal's Epic Universe is set to open tomorrow. We take a look at what thrill seekers can expect when they enter the park.
But first, the Crimson Tide takes on Tennessee in day 2 of the SEC tournament. How Alabama fared against the Volunteers.